Transform your space into a cozy sanctuary with pleasant candles, where every scent tells a story. Whether you're unwinding after a long day or setting the mood for a relaxing evening, our hand-poured premium candles fill your home with luxurious aromas designed to uplift, soothe, and inspire. Breathe in our different scents in according with your smell taste, ranging from fresh mountain mist to beach linen, bringing the ocean breeze right to your home. And for long-lasting fragrance, try our luxurious perfume diffusers. Shop now at pleasantcandles.com and light up your senses today.
How y'all doing and welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get something for you and them little babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, click around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link is down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting a whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player, big word, I hear any goddamn screen. We do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Why is it that don't not now other hue talk about their ancestors? How y'all doing and welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Listen, y'all know that these numbers are super low, boy. We ain't sending out notifications for you at all no more. Oh, Jesus. What is going on here? What is really going on? But anyway, the show must go on. This show must go on. What it do, man. Thank y'all for showing up. Hell, maybe a lot of people thought that we weren't gonna come on around here. Boy, they not sending out the notifications. Look at these numbers. It is 6 after the hour. Look at these numbers. This is horrible. This ain't what it used to be. It ain't used to be that like this right here. Sure enough, one. I don't think that they want me to talk about what I be out here talking about. I might have to do me like a sellout show or something. I need to do some type of sellout show. I might need to talk about some rappers or something. Maybe if I talk about the rappers, maybe that'll do. I don't know what's going on. Bam. Y'all know what's crazy? Earlier when I was around here, when I did the show earlier in the midday, in case y'all don't know, we still be doing midday shows out here for a limited time. It is for a limited time. You're going to miss it when they're gone. Sure enough. I just be doing a little something just to hold you over. Just a little something to hold you over. Now, I told y'all about the Bentley that was selling for $7,500. I can't find that no more. I knew I should have saved that right there. I cannot find it no more. I don't know. Maybe somebody had done picked it up after I had done said something about it. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. Baltimore's in this bitch and no notifications. Even when I refreshed my page, I had to physically search. That's a damn shame. That is really a damn shame. He said, Willie, you definitely surprising me coming back round here. I do understand that some days there is a no call, no show, but hell, this is why there's a no call and no shows on a lot of these days here, because they not sending out my notifications. My numbers ain't shit. They not nothing. I can only depend on you good people. I need support around here in these streets, like I will continue to say. They doing this intentionally. And they've been doing this for over a year now. Hell, over 2 years now. Over 2 years. Intentionally not sending out notifications. When I also put up my standalone videos, they not sending out the notifications. Yeah. Sad. But this is why I keep trying to tell you good people, and this is why I have to keep repeating myself. Y'all please subscribe. subscribe to all my channels, subscribe to all the channels, and also subscribe to the website. If you subscribe to the website, you'll see everywhere that I'm putting up videos. I have to put up videos in multiple places because, hell, they done already destroyed and took away the number 3 channel. They already done it. They already killed it. It's dead. That's why we got the GoFundMe popping. People don't want to support the GoFundMe. But I'm going to keep pushing my GoFundMe, even though people don't want to support my GoFundMe. Goddamn shame out here in these streets. Doggone shame. Let me hit the copy link and put this in this thing. Y'all would like to support a player from GoFundMe. I put in all this damn work and I am not being compensated for what I should be compensated for. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You can watch people do less than me and get compensated for the less than me that they do. I realized like a long time ago, oh, it's not me. Oh, it's not me. If YT wanted to make it fair, they would send out everybody's notifications. If they just wanted to make it fair. If they wanted to make it fair, they would send out notifications and see what the people like. People are still emailing me, Willie, I ain't even much know that you were doing shows. Which that's sad. Because all you have to do is every now and then, look. Every now and then, type my name. I don't, just saying. Y'all know I'm doing something every week. At least type the name in the search. You know what I'm saying? We need some more likes. We need to get over 100. I would start without getting over 100, but why should I do that? No. I would not do it, Oh, I had done said something earlier when I had them first started. Y'all, we need 100 thumbs up, and then we get the party started. 100 thumbs up, we get we can get the show cracking. Yeah. I did all that talking earlier. I did a whole bunch of talking earlier. If y'all missed it, please go back and watch the midday news. I did 20 stories. 20 stories. I think that's a record. At least for me. In one show. Man. Got out a whole bunch of stuff that needed to get out. So now I'm more than caught up now. I'm more than caught up with the news that I've been having to give to you. Yeah. I said something in the beginning. I say, why don't we hear other Hughes talk about their ancestors? We don't hear other Hughes leaning on their ancestors. Why is that? When everybody has been slaves, if I'm not mistaken. If not all, then the majority of, I think all races, all hues, all races or cultures or whatever y'all call them, have all been slaves. We've all been slaves. Sometime in history, you have been a slave. Why we only hear about, why is we the only ones who is talking this out loud as our ancestors? What our ancestors been through. Yeah. Shout out to Hidden Hills for the $2 cash app. You say everyone send Uncle $1. Support Unc, man. I'm trying to tell y'all I need the support. Boy, they doing me dirty around here. They doing me like if it who just is with me just to have something to do. She don't respect me or nothing. She just been treating me bad and I just keep staying there. You know what I'm saying? Wait till I get my money right. You wait till I get my money right. I'm out. I'm gonna get my check and I'm gone. Trying to help. It's some news that we need to go ahead on and get on into, y'all. Go ahead on and hit the like button. We can't do nothing without the like button. Got 61 likes. 61 likes. Over 70 some people here. I need to be over 100 likes. 14 after the hour. What y'all want to do? Y'all want to have a show or not? I don't know. It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. I ain't gonna stress it. I ain't gonna stress it. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Sam for the $5 cash apps. Support it. Say thanks. Thanks for the 20 stories. You're welcome. You're welcome. You is welcome. You're welcome. I can't put that type of number on me no more. I did too much. But I enjoyed it though. I really enjoyed it. I had to pop like pop. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I really did. I'm glad that y'all liked it. I'm glad that you good people liked it. Man, I said something. I was watching TikTok. And on TikTok, y'all know we got our pro-blacks and stuff like that right there. And they just out here talking about the past, talking about slaves and what our people's been through and how it is affecting us today. And I'm thinking to myself, can y'all just write in the comments section, how have what our ancestors been through affects you personally? How has it affected you personally? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Give me some examples. Give me a few examples of how it affects you personally. How has it hindered you personally? Shout out to Linwood for the $1 cash out. You say some countries stand on not ever being slave. So some countries, those people in those countries haven't ever been slave, like in history. All right. So I take the all away. I'm gonna say that the majority of people around the world, in the majority of the cultures and majority of the races, have been slaves. I'm gonna do that right there without even Googling. You say, Willie, you did a couple of stories from Jackson, Mississippi. You didn't do the one on where the baby mom called her baby daddy to change the locks to keep her new boyfriend out. The new boyfriend pulled up and shot. But you is lying to me. Hell no, you is lying to me. I can't believe it. No, I ain't do that one. Hold up. Let's see how. Let's Google it first. Let's go on to the Google. Baby mother calls baby daddy to change locks. Shot by boyfriend. Is it shot by boyfriend? I think. Let's see what we get here. All right, a Lakeland woman, ex-boyfriend and fiance being stabbed. So a Lakeland boyfriend shot, kills toddler. No, that was 5 years ago. I don't know. I got to find it somewhere. And you said, and this was in Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, all right. So Jackson, Mississippi. Man shot, killed while changing locks. Oh, that was on the 19th. I got it. I found it. Hold up. Y'all, we had 82 likes. We need to go on and hit 100. It's 18 past the hour. It's up to you good people. Then we'll get the party started. I want to fold a little bit. I want to buck. I want to be like, we don't have to hit 100. No, we got to hit 100. Nah, we'll just let it suffer. Let's say 2 shots. Y'all in the Bronx. Got that right there. Man, chain plea, yada. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do it from there. I ain't got nothing with that right there. So they do got a video of it. All right. Okay, we got a video of that. So when we get a chance, we'll jump into that. I don't know how long the video is. Let's see how long the video is. Hold on, I gotta wait for this thing to skip. We had 88 likes. We had 88 with the likes.
Also developing a new.
All right, we can stop it there. It's a pretty short video, but we'll be able to look at it. We'll be able to look at it. But like I was saying, though, I'm listening to these pro-blacks and stuff like that, like video after video after video, talking about what the ancestors have been through, and it's hard, and this and this, and we can't make it because of this, and this. And I just be wanting to know, like, what did your ancestors, all right. So some of them got lynched. Got it. How did that affect you? Okay. They couldn't get land and stuff like that right there. All right. How did that affect you? Or how does it affect you? If it hasn't affect you, or if it has affect, how? You all got the internet today. How in the hell how did anything from 100 years, 100, 200, 300, 400 years ago, how did that affect you? They didn't have the internet. Huh? Yeah. Watch this. You can lay up with white folk. White folks can lay up with you. Legally now. Huh? How has this affected you personally? Because I'm watching these video after video after video, and it's seeming to be like dudes in their late 20s, early 30s. I came across one who looked like he was about 45 or something like that right there. And now I'm thinking to myself, at these ages, you all got family. Y'all done made y'all choice of careers, jobs, and you know what I'm saying? You had opportunity to create businesses and, and raise your children and live in certain neighborhoods and shit like that right there. How has it affected you, though? How? Shout out to Head and Heels for the $1 cash. Shout out to say, little do you know, Unc, you help us all. I appreciate that right there. I be trying to bring laughter and joy. Because we be going through too much out here. We go through too much in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we don't be having to go through stuff, but our surroundings and the areas that we may be in, you know what I'm saying, and going to jobs where everybody don't think like you. People don't want to be positive. People want the drama and stuff, and they bring the drama around your area when you have to be in certain places and stuff. It's just too much. Right. I'm still waiting for an example, because I was sitting back like, how has what them people had done been through affected me? How? Yo, a lot of us don't even know who our great grandparents are. A lot of us don't know our great grandparents. And whatever our great grandparents went through, how has that affected you? People would not be able to give you an answer if they talking that we went through slavery or not. We ain't went through nothing. Especially in comparison. Nothing. So whenever y'all get the chance and people be talking about our ancestors went through and what we had to endure and all that little dumb shit in 2025, just ask them nicely, well, how has it affected you in your everyday? How? I bet you they can't answer. I guarantee you they can't answer. Why? For one, they never thought about it. And a lot of times when we don't think it through, because we kind of know when we're talking about our ancestors, the majority of darker hue folk, they just go along when you talk about the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? We just go along because we don't want to upset the ancestors. I've never understood that little dumb shit either. Upset the ancestors. Y'all know they did. I don't think a lot of y'all be knowing that our ancestors be dead. But okay. So if we can upset the ancestors, maybe we can. I don't know. But maybe we can. What they gonna do though? If you make the ancestors mad, what they gonna do though? Anybody? We got 98 likes. We just need 100. Wait. Can somebody tell me what they gonna do though? And if they is gonna do something, if they do things when we piss them off, what do they do when we make them happy? Anybody, please help. Anybody, please give me a good answer. See, I'm still trying to figure out the ancestor thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You say this affects their mental state. Also in Africa, they still pray to the ancestors for everything. And the sad part is, if they still out there doing that right there, they still not asking themselves, well, what can the ancestors do? See, because that's trained behavior. You right. Give y'all a pat on the back. Y'all done hit 100 by 25 after the hour. Damn shame it took that long, but we made it. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. That's literally because they have not thought, why are they doing what they are doing? That's one of our biggest problems as humans, not just the ones who was in Africa who was doing this type of stuff. Hell, it's kind of like it's no different than the ones in America praying to their gods of Jesus. Allah and shit. What they gonna do though? Or what have they done when you ask for help? Huh? Keep trying to tell y'all, boy, ain't nobody coming to save us. You live and you die. You live and you die. I understand there's some unexplanatory things that done happen in your life, and you know that there's a God and there's a Jesus. Got it. I agree. Not arguing. I bet you can't prove without a reasonable doubt that your entity has done something for you. Whether it's the ancestors or the gods that you believe in. I think, and this was such a way that, this was like really, really a way that has held a lot of people back. A lot of people down. A lot of people down. It just has. Just in my mind. Just in my mind. Say, have you seen Tales from the Hood? Yeah. Y'all, let's go on and get into a little something. Let's talk about parenting real quick. Let's talk about parenting real quick. Because we is doing a fine job. We're doing a fine job. A fine job. Yeah. Make sure that y'all know what y'all kids is doing. But if you don't know, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because eventually somebody will find out what your kids is doing. We have a pair. A pair is two. We have a pair of 10-year-olds. I don't know where they get matches from and or lighter and or rocking the stick, bitch. They done sat 3 buses on 5 Mississippi. Not the Klan. 2 10-year-olds.
The Marshall County Sheriff's Office says the minors are only 10 years old. Now, luckily, no one was injured, but 3 school buses were destroyed during this incident.
I miss being a kid. I would rather be outside, going to some sleepovers, or, I don't know, just being a kid.
Shout out to Baby Alpha having a real.
Hours after the 4th
Look at this shit. Look. That's what 10 did.
of July, thick black smoke filled the air Saturday morning in Holly Springs. Marshall County Sheriff's Office told Fox 13 it was coming from H.W. Byers School just off Highway 72.
Initially, they thought the H.W. Byers School was on fire.
But it wasn't the building on fire. Lieutenant Colonel David Cook says 3 school buses parked behind the campus went up in flames, and those accused of starting the fires, just 10 years old. Investigators say both children were arrested, then released to their parents.
First school bus, when it did catch fire, in the direction of the wind and the close proximity of the buses parking next to each other.
Let me talk to our players real quick while he's talking about this right here. When our chins and our throat is hanging like this right here, that's death waiting to happen. I got to start calling it what it is. It's death waiting to happen. Us being overweight and shit is death waiting to happen. Go ahead.
quickly caught on fire.
3 school buses destroyed. Nothing but ash and debris. Fox 13 reached out to the superintendent of Marshall County Schools, and they sent us this statement that
I
reads,
hope they had insurance.
in part, quote, "We had the chance to speak with a mother who shared her concerns about youth crime here in Marshall County."
How did that happen? What 10-year-olds is running around on the loose? Where the hell did y'all getting the supply? Who supplied y'all? Who allowed y'all to get these types of items to do those types of things?
She almost covered everything. She almost covered everything when she said that right there. How did y'all get this stuff? She was about to say, well, where was the parents at?
How did that happen? What 10-year-olds is running around on the loose? Where the hell did y'all getting the supply?
Where the hell y'all getting the supply? First good question, and then she's supposed to jump on into why y'all not being what?
Supplied y'all. Who allowed y'all to get these types of items to do those types of things?
So we arrested the teens and we arrested the kids and gave the kids back to their mammies, the ones who wasn't watching them in the first place.
I asked the sheriff's office the cause of the fire, but they told me the investigation continues. The minors do have a hearing in youth court tomorrow, and the charges that they're facing will be announced. In Marshall County, Sierra Jordan, Fox 13 News.
Yeah. Parenting all over again. We would not, and I repeat, would not do. Isn't if you're 10 years old, is not being monitored, watched, supervised. Isn't that child neglect though? I do understand in certain states a child can be at a certain age and watch themselves, but typically a 10-year-old is supposed to be supervised, right? Let's go it on the Let's see. In Jackson, Mississippi, can a 10-year-old be unsupervised? In Jackson, Mississippi, there is no specific state law setting a minimum age for leaving a child unsupervised. Factors to consider when deciding if a 10-year-old is ready to be unsupervised. Okay, so that's pretty much like the same law in Florida. There's just no age. There's no age because, hell, I thought that all children was the same. They all don't know no better. Remember that right now? But what this is telling us is they have no actual age setting because children grow at different ages. We have no minimum of when you can leave your child home, but we do have a minimum of when they can choose to have sex. Do y'all understand by it not being a minimum, we can leave 7-year-olds at home and say, well, the 7-year-old is really mature. There's no minimum age, Oh, that's actually what they have. Maturity. Does the child demonstrate responsibility, following directions, and understand basic safety rules? Y'all do understand that you have 6 and 7-year-olds that demonstrate responsibility, follows directions, and understand basic safety rules. How many of y'all leaving y'all 6-year-olds at the crib by themselves? I'm just asking. Moving right along, I ain't gonna much hold you. We just is not gonna blame the parents. And y'all know why. Y'all know why we not gonna blame the parents, because it's not parents. It's parent. 9 times out of 10. Move right along. Listen, shout out to our president. My president, your president, our president. They have accomplished the big blue bill. Well, the big beautiful bill is out here. Signed and delivered. That's what's up. He signed that thing on the 4th of July. He signed on the 4th of July. And some things have came down already. There has been hits to Medicaid. Has been hits to Medicaid. In case y'all don't know, we're going to take y'all out here to Colorado to where they just been hit hard. They got about 15,000 patients is being affected because of the big beautiful bill. Down that Planned Parenthood, you can't use your Medicaid down that Planned Parenthood no more. We not giving government funds anymore to Planned Parenthood. Shout out to Roshan for the $1 cash shot. You say I was 8 with 7 kids to watch. Got to be more careful. See, and you was mature enough. They don't do that with sex though. Y'all notice that? They don't. They're just children. Yeah. Real cute how they do that. Anyway, Planned Parenthood Medicaid services has been halted, and now women have no idea what they're going to do now. Don't believe me? Listen. I'm gonna put this up.
So Planned Parenthood patients are being turned away in Colorado and across the country right now because the Trump administration has cut off Medicaid patients from getting their medical care at Planned Parenthood. Our Ansley McCall starts us off with a look at the impact and the legal fight ahead.
Is the kind of conversation providers never want to have.
It's terribly sad, but that's exactly what's happening today.
Adrian Manzanares with Planned Parenthood of the Rocky Mountains says they notified patients with Medicaid that they could no longer receive care.
Oh, it's devastating news for our patients and for everyone on Medicaid across the state and across the country. It's very clear that Planned Parenthood has been forced to suspend our services to people who are enrolled in Medicaid and use Medicaid for their insurance.
The change comes after President Trump signed the big, beautiful bill on Friday.
And so this truly is a tremendous attack for political motivation that I think cuts really deep for many, many people in our communities.
You say Planned Parenthood is a abortion clinic, I thought. Well, it's not just an abortion clinic. It's supposed to Planned Parenthood. Basically, like they give you like STD. Well, no, they don't give you STDs. Like contraceptives, condoms, information that for some reason adult women don't know, and they now just going around here to the building to find out things about their bodies. They do like the mammograms and stuff like that right there when they Planned Parenthood around now. Yeah.
About 25% of patients at Planned Parenthood here use Medicaid for services other than abortions. Services like cancer screenings, birth control access, or preventative care.
Preventative care is contraceptives and stuff. Rubbers, got it. And like the pills and stuff that a whole bunch of you females don't use. But go ahead.
What I think is most troubling for all of us, and it's very emotional, is how much of an attack this is on people in Colorado who use Medicaid for their insurance.
Their fear is now people won't be able to go anywhere else, foregoing important check-ins and treatment.
Stop. Ask yourself this right here for you people who don't get Medicaid. What do you do and you don't get Medicaid? To all you people, well, typically, Planned Parenthood is for women. Can we just keep it 100? What do you women, I'm talking to you women who is watching me right now. For those of you who don't have Medicaid, what do you do without having Medicaid? Do you continue to live? Do you continue to see a doctor? Do you continue to self-care? Just pay attention to your health and go and get your checkups and stuff like that. Y'all do that without Medicaid, huh? Kind of figured that. Go ahead.
Thousands of people in Colorado, millions of people across the country will simply go without this important care.
So many people will go without this important care. I think that a whole bunch of them will find a way to go and continue getting the care. They would just not be able to do it with Medicaid. Now there will be a lot who can't get anything else to use, but they can get, hold on. They can get Obamacare, can't it? They don't have to have Medicaid, now do they?
Up until last week.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You can still use your Medicaid. You just can't use it at the Planned Parenthood building. Damn, what y'all ladies gonna do if you can't go to the Planned Parenthood building? Y'all do know that the hospitals still take Medicaid. Other doctors' offices really take Medicaid. Yeah, go.
Planned Parenthood did not accept Medicaid for abortions last year, though Colorado voters passed Amendment 79 that codified abortion care in the state and also opened up an avenue to allow Colorado to cover the procedure under Medicaid. Planned Parenthood says they're still working to gain clarity about if that makes this portion of Amendment 79 null and void because of this law. Kyle?
And I mentioned there must be confusion, Angeline, when they're trying to point people to other providers about who is safe from the Trump funding cuts, who is not safe.
Yeah, we know this was a really big bill that was signed on Friday, and so Planned Parenthood knows for a fact that they're impacted, but then there's this question of what other providers are also impacted by this bill, and so they're trying to also gain clarity for where to actually advise people to go and refer people when they do have Medicaid and want to get this type of care.
Where to refer people to go when they do have Medicaid. I'm so glad that people watch the Willie Williams show, because you wouldn't know where to go when you got free medical. I would say go to the hospital. Look for people in your area. Go up to like the Walmart shopping plaza and stuff like that right up. The Publix shopping plaza shit, there's always like a doctor's office or something like that right there, ain't it? There's always like a dentist's office. So if there's like a dentist's office, you can at least go in there and say, well, where else can I use my Medicaid at? Go to your nearest hospital and ask them about doctor's offices. Google doctor's offices. Damn, we all got information right in our hands. They don't know where to send people with free medical. But for some reason, for us who pay for medical, we kind of find a place for us to go to get treatments and stuff, right? But let me go back to that little last piece that little mama had done said.
What I think is most troubling for all of us, and it's very emotional, is how much of an attack this is on people in Colorado who use Medicaid for their insurance.
Their fear is now people won't be able to go anywhere else, foregoing important check-ins and treatment.
They said the fear is people will not be able to go anywhere else. Did they just tell us the only place that y'all women can go is Planned Parenthood? You is lying to me? I don't understand. All my life of living and all the females that I have known, I didn't know any of them to get their health care from Planned Parenthood. All the females that I've known didn't know that they were going to play. They would go to the clinic. They would go to the health department. They would go to the hospital. They would go to personal care physicians. That's like, these are the places that you would go with your insurance and even with your free insurance, I guess. Say cutting Planned Parenthood funding and access has been in the works and started well over a decade ago. They've been talking. Yeah. They have been talking about cutting funding from Planned Parenthood for the longest. I don't understand, but ladies, this is how they talk about y'all. As if y'all would not know how to figure this thing out. Our people would not know what to do, because we don't know where to direct them to go. I don't understand. You say, Willie, and isn't it your world? It isn't your world anymore. It's really, really not. Things have changed. Things have really, really changed. Damn it, we talked about that right there earlier, so we don't want to do that. What time it is? Damn it, we're gonna get y'all off the screen because y'all is embarrassing. Y'all really, really embarrassing. Oh, we have another one. Negro fatigue. Negro fatigue. We sick of you people. We really, really sick of you people. Let me go and put this up on the screen for you real quick. We got video. Out here in Glen. They did a pool takeover, y'all. They did a public pool takeover. And who is they? They is darker hue people who did a pool takeover. Here we go.
A suburban park district is investigating what happened over the weekend when staffers were overwhelmed by hundreds of young people. Some neighbors tell us they had never seen so many cars around this Glen Ellen public pool. Sunset Pool is open and busy on this Tuesday. But Saturday afternoon, Glen Ellen police called in backup from other jurisdictions after some young adults and teens converged on the suburban pool. Video of the scene shows a staffer who fell into the pool while trying to talk with some of the visitors, as there were complaints about drinking, smoking, and unauthorized entrances.
They came in drinking and smoking again on that Henny, on that NJ, Paul Mason. Smoking them squares, blacks, and joints.
We've blurred the video because we don't know if anyone has been criminally charged. Glen Ellen Park District's executive director could not do an interview today, but tells us due to the disruptive and unsafe behavior of several individuals at Sunset Pool, including violations of Park District ordinances, we made the decision to close the facility early. He goes on to say, we're currently reviewing the incident internally and assessing any operational adjustments as needed.
They closed the public pools because you people done flooded the damn pools. And not only flooded the pools, you also just came around here with dope and alcohol. Y'all came around here with dope, alcohol, and tobaccos. Yup.
I think it's crazy. It's something you don't expect to happen.
Susan Stott says she lives nearby and her daughter was working Saturday at the pool.
I'm sure there's going to be things going forward that they're going to have to put into place to make sure everyone's safe going forward.
One of the participants tells us this was supposed to be a meetup for some local college students home for the summer. But the meetup got bigger and bigger when it was shared on social media. Glen Ellen police tell us despite the crowds, only one person was arrested for illegal fireworks use. In Glen Ellen, Leah Hope.
Ask y'all this right here. There was tobacco and dope out there. Tobacco and dope at the public pool. And there was teens. They say this is a teen takeover. There was alcohol and dope at a public pool with teens. Everybody who was a part of this, who had the dope and the alcohol, was breaking the law. They only arrested one person, and that's for fireworks. This is our problem again. This is the problem again. We just will not enforce the law. All we have to do is enforce the law and hold parents accountable. Enforce the law, hold parents accountable. But we won't. We really, really won't. I have no idea. I don't want to say that. They're trying to destroy the community. I don't. It must be a Democratic state. What? Oh, this is in Chicago. Glenn is in Chicago. I didn't know. Oh, my bad. My bad. Y'all keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Move right along. Move right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. Let's go ahead on and jump into this story. Now, I've been holding this story for like 3 days now. Well, today is what, Tuesday? I hold this story 5 or 6 days. Something like that right there. And about 4 days ago. About 4 days ago. Shout out to all you mothers who really like got your little son husband and shit. Like y'all really is about y'all sons. Y'all really do be about y'all sons. Y'all do anything for y'all sons. Y'all give your life up for y'all sons. Y'all will even catch a charge for your sons. Shout out to C-Note for the $4.99 super chat. They say, Willie, we used to go to the apartment complex pool, but not like this. Facts. Listen. We used to do the same thing. We used to be in different areas and shit, to the apartments and something like that right there, and we would go out and have a good time at the pool. But we was real cautious with the alcohol and the reefers. Real cautious. Like, we was not at the apartment pools and shit, and there was like a bunch of kids and no. We wasn't out there when people had their families out at the pools and stuff. Oh, hell no. We is doing the time to, well, it damn near ain't nobody at the pool. You know what I'm saying? When we drinking and smoking, we having us a good goddamn time. But these people are it's so blatant. It's a blatant disrespect of the law. That's it. But they raised this way. And then they inspire some of them ones who wasn't fully raised that way into breaking the law also. You know, because our peers do influence. Peer-to-peer influence. It's just a thing. Listen. We have a mother who is facing prison time. We have a son who is facing 10 years in prison. The mother is facing time because of her son. Or should I say the decisions that she made over her son. Here we go.
In an extremely rare court ruling, a security guard was given probation even though he faced a mandatory 10-year prison sentence. Nicholas Williams was convicted after firing a warning shot that hit a belligerent trespasser. Williams got the break when a judge declared the sentence unfair and unconstitutional. But now his mom is facing a felony charge of her own. So did Tanya Brumfield go too far in helping her son? Investigative reporter Mike Perlstein explores this case in this exclusive and bizarre story.
Nicholas Williams' family and friends were in disbelief when he was hauled off to jail after being convicted of aggravated battery.
How could you possibly arrest someone for protecting themselves from harm?
Williams was working as a security guard when he fired a warning shot at a belligerent trespasser he had removed from the store, hitting the man in the leg. Despite Williams' argument of self-defense, he was convicted of not only the battery, but also a firearms charge that carries a 10-year minimum sentence.
He was literally doing his job as a security guard.
Nobody took it harder than Williams' mom, Tanya Williams Brumfield.
This devastated. It really tore the family down.
Brumfield wondered what this would mean for Nicholas's future, and especially for his 7-year-old daughter. She rallied friends, family members, and even Williams' employer to write character letters. Many came from out of town to pack court hearings.
There was at least 7 family members each time, sometimes as much as 15 family members.
Even the district attorney's office took the unusual step of joining a defense motion to drop the so-called firearms enhancement and make Williams eligible for probation.
Even the district attorney said, okay, this is excessive.
Distressed, Brumfield decided to seek help. So she called the community hotline of the Holy Cross Counseling Center and spoke to a student in training.
I did seek counseling because I just couldn't wrap my head around it.
Brumfield didn't think much of the call, but at her son's next court hearing, deputies arrested her. She was booked with public intimidation for allegedly threatening the judge in her son's case.
Allegedly threatening the judge? Tanya. Tanya is threatening the judge? You lying to me? I know she ain't threatening no judge, did she?
I was shocked because I knew that I hadn't done anything wrong.
But in this arrest warrant, a New Orleans police officer who took the complaint wrote that Brumfield, quote, believed her son was unjustly going to jail, described herself as going berserk, and that she planned to go to the courthouse, cause a scene, and harm Judge Holmes to draw media attention.
Ooh. Not harm the judge. Go on, sister.
Brumfield admits saying she would create a scene, but strongly denies threatening Judge Kimya Holmes.
I said I'm going to commit a scene. I'm going to act the ass now. You right about that right there. But do something to the judge. I would never.
I feel as though I've been wrongfully accused.
This grandmother of 7 with...
How many of y'all believe that she didn't say that she was going to harm the judge? Huh? Mama leg tatted up. Yeah.
No criminal history, an employee of a local law firm, ended up in jail for 11 days before she made bail.
She's an employee of a law firm also.
The worst 11 days of my life, and I've never been more humiliated or embarrassed.
At a recent court hearing, Brumfield's attorney, Stephen Smith, tried unsuccessfully to get the charge thrown out.
I never in a million years would have dreamed that it would have gone this far.
That wig, though, that extension, is that a microwave ponytail, whichever one it is, baby, it match your face. It just don't match your hair, sister. We got to do better.
Never in a million years would have dreamed that it would have gone this far.
Her attorney used the officer's body cam recording while taking the complaint to show that there was never a mention of a threat of physical harm. He noted that his client attended subsequent court hearings and, quote, sat like a church mouse, never said a word.
Okay.
Nicholas's attorney, Jerome Matthews, saw Brumfield regularly in court.
She always sat there very respectfully and was just waiting on the outcome of her son.
Are you a threat to anybody?
Absolutely not.
Of
course not.
Brumfield is now out on bail, but required to wear an electronic ankle monitor, with her next hearing set for August.
That baby got that anklet on her.
But she recently found a powerful new advocate, the Burrell Law Firm, which hired her despite her legal predicament.
We're going to support her full-fledged. Doesn't seem like she has a threatening bone in her body.
Attorney Dwayne Burrell said he actually considers Brumfield's devotion to her son as a positive.
This doesn't say anything about her character. She's fighting for her son. Obviously want justice for her son. That's what she should do.
But after more than 8 months waiting to resolve her case, Brumfield admits getting worn down.
Every day is a challenge, physically, mentally, emotionally.
She says the ankle bracelet makes her situation even worse, especially around her grandkids.
I have to hide it from them because they're gonna ask, Grammy, what's that on your ankle? And it hurts.
So you hide the bracelet from your grannies, from your grandchildren, but you just did an interview. I'm just going with what I see. You did an interview showing your anklet for the world to see. I want you to understand, people in the community is going to see your interview. Your interview. Your grandchildren peers is going to see your interview. They gonna see your anklet in the interview. So all of this hiding, and we got to stop with the hide. Why? Oh, wait, hold on. This is one of our biggest problems too. Why don't we just tell the grandchildren what the anklet is for? Why don't we just do that? Why don't we start our children off or teaching them about the law early? Huh? Tell them that you messed up. You said some things that you shouldn't said. And they had done came and put them things on you and held you down for 11 days and let you go and put an anklet on you. Because if I'm not mistaken, you do at least have, she at least have one grandbaby, don't it? Or one grandson, right? I thought I saw at least a boy in there. You really do be needing to talk to your grandsons, but I can't see it right now. But anyway, go ahead, sister.
Especially around her grandkids.
I have to hide it from them because they're gonna ask, Grammy, what's that on your...
Yeah. Yes, so I'm guessing, oh damn, you got like 6. Unless these is the mothers or something, and these are the grandsons. Hell, these is 2 boys. You definitely need, hold on. Watch this. This is a woman's problem. This is something that women do, and women will continue to do this because they always want to seem like a perfect human being. Your son is in jail. I'm pretty sure that the grandchildren know that he's in jail because he also is the father of one of some of these children. So they know that their dad is in jail or their uncle is in jail. They know that. You don't want them to know that you have came in contact with the law and now there's holding you accountable for something also. Why wouldn't you talk to your grandchildren and explain it to your grandchildren? This is our problem in the community. Say women like to appeal to pity. It just hit me. Your son is in jail and they know it. So they can know that your son is in jail, but they can't know that you was on house arrest. They know that your son ain't coming home, but they can't know that you got to stay home. Got it. That's what's up.
Ankle. And it hurts.
Despite her own difficult situation, Brumfield knows that if not for that call to a student counselor, her son may be in prison now, counting down the days of a 10-year sentence.
Oh, my bad. He's out now.
If having this monitor on set my son free, it was worth it.
Then if it's worth it, then why you don't tell your grandchildren all the things that you did to have an anklet on? Because you also feel like it's worth it for you having an anklet on, right?
While her son was ultimately saved by the equivalent of a legal moonshot, Brumfield says she simply wants her day in court. Mike Perlstein, WWL, Louisiana.
And this just, in my opinion, is why, it's literally why the children be failing. It's just in my opinion. It's just what I think. It's just what I think. Women be failing the children so much because they want to keep this God-like. They want to keep this God-like thing about them. And this is ridiculous. Y'all, now we is going live everywhere else. We're going live everywhere else. You see the thumbnail. You see the other thumbnail, and we're going to end the show off with that right there, but we're not going to end it on YouTube. We going over to the green and the blue. The green and the blue. Let me go ahead and put me up on the screen real quick. Bam! Had to go ahead on and introduce y'all with that right there. Thank y'all for being around here. Thank y'all for supporting the player. Moving right along. I ain't going to even much hold you. But that is just, it's despicable in my mind. It's just an anklet. Our problem is we act like these children don't know things, man. And then we be surprised, and that's why we be sitting back looking real damn stupid. My child would never. My grandbaby would never do this, right? You don't know, sugar, no. Hell yeah, your grandbaby would. Did you just hear the story that I did about the 10-year-olds? They setting buses on fire. Now, I'm pretty sure that their granny had them say, not my baby. My baby would never set buses on fire when my baby know that they need the bus to get to school. Yeah. We believe that these children are like we was when we was coming up. I do believe that the children is not necessarily smarter now. They're just privy to way more information at a younger age than we was. So that just means that they know more information at their age than we know at their age. We got a domestic love situation. I believe that this is a domestic love situation. Got one for you. Whoo! They say it's it was blood covered. A blood cover apartment. And this video reveals more details in a murder of a man. And this sister
tonight on
this sister right here, shout out to Baby for having a reel. She did something bad.
The 10 o'clock news, we're learning disturbing new information about last week's arrest of 21-year-old Journey McGrew. She's charged with murder and concealing evidence after police say she killed a man inside the Cross Creek apartment complex on the west side.
21, right? Listen to the story.
Time police were only reporting that the man died from blunt force trauma.
Well, now we've learned more about the weapon and the possible motive behind the killing. News4Jax reporter Eric Abney joining us live outside the Duval County Jail, where McGrew was being held without bond. Eric.
Well, the fact that she remains held without bond here inside the jail may have a lot to do with some details about the case that we just uncovered today. In fact, we now know the murder weapon was a hammer. We also now know that the victim was found deceased with a letter on his chest, or a note on his chest that said, quote, pedo touches here, as in pedophile. And according to our
pedophile touches here.
Our crime and safety analyst, this case is now looking like a revenge killing. When police were called to the Cross Creek apartment complex to investigate a disturbance, they discovered the bloodied, dead body of 41-year-old Waduda Woodley. He was on the ground in front of apartment 207 in building 200, an apartment that belonged to 21-year-old Journey McGrew. According to police, Woodley had a written note on his chest that read, pedo touches children. The note appeared to be written in ink from a green highlighter. Police ordered McGrew out of her apartment, and as she was being detained, she reportedly asked if Woodley was still alive. Police later obtained a warrant to search her apartment. Police say that when they entered this apartment, they found a trail of blood leading from the doorway all the way to the bathroom. But that's not all they discovered. Other evidence collected inside McGrew's apartment included a bloody metal hammer, a bloody bathroom sink drain, bloody clothing, and a notebook along with a green highlighter. According to McGrew's arrest report, she initially told investigators that Woodley had been sexually grooming her since she was 8 years old and had sexually assaulted her multiple times.
Sexually assaulted her multiple times and been grooming her since she was 8. Since she was 8 years old, grooming her, sexually battered multiple times. Got it. Go ahead.
The report goes on to say she messaged him on the night of July 1st, stating that she had been sexually fantasizing about him and regretted treating him poorly. That
she texted him and said, "I'm sexually ready for you, baby. I'm sexually ready."
Press report, she initially told investigators that Woodley had been sexually grooming her since she was 8 years old and had sexually assaulted her multiple times. The report goes on to say she messaged him on the night of July 1st, stating that she had been sexually fantasizing about him and regretted treating him poorly. That night, she reportedly invited Woodley to her apartment. McGrew told police that by 1 o'clock the next morning, Woodley pressured her to have sex and that she denied him and asked him to leave. McGrew told police that as they were exiting the room toward the front entrance, she grabbed a hammer and hid it behind her back. McGrew said that when they got to the front door, Woodley grabbed her in a non-forceful manner, and that's when she began to hit him in the head and face with the hammer.
Stop.
When police asked McGrew if she had invited Woodley...
Stop. Did y'all hear? She invited him, saying that she was sexually ready. That baby say, "I'm ready to be yours." Right?
She messaged him on the night of July 1st, stating that she had been sexually fantasizing about him.
Sexually fantasizing. So she's ready for it. He has been assaulting you and grooming you since you was 8. Now you're 21. You're at a ripe age of 21. Do y'all understand that she has his phone number? Go ahead.
Him and regretted treating him poorly.
Regret treating him poorly. I ain't mean to treat you like that right here. But I've been sexually fantasizing about you.
At night, she reportedly invited Woodley to her apartment. McGrew told police that by 1 o'clock the next morning, Woodley pressured her to have sex.
She said that the man pressured her to have sex, but you said that you were sexually fantasizing about him. That means you want to have sex if you say that and you invite anyone over. That means you want to have sex. That's really what that means. And now she said he pressured me to have sex with him.
And that she denied him and asked him to leave. McGrew told police that as they were exiting the room toward the front entrance, she grabbed a hammer and hid it behind her back. McGrew said that when they got to the front door, Woodley grabbed her in a non-forceful manner, and that's when she began to hit him in the head and face with the hammer. When police asked McGrew if she had invited Woodley over with plans to kill him, her response was redacted from the arrest report.
Her response to that was taken out, redacted, took it away. Why would they do that?
News4JAX crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney says JSO has a policy of redacting murder confessions and arrest reports before a defendant has their opportunity to have his or her day in court.
Idea of bringing him over there and telling him that she's fantasized about him was the ruse to get him there, and then the night progressed and ended with his murder.
It's unclear if McGrew's story about being sexually groomed and assaulted by Woodley is true. Hackney says if they are proven to be true, then this is a revenge murder case.
There's no evidence of this man sexually assaulting her. No evidence. As far as they know now. No evidence. Never pressed charge. I want y'all to understand. She's been an adult for at least 3 years. She has the man's phone number. He said that she was groomed. So at what point did she start feeling bad and started thinking or believing that she was sexually assaulted? Huh? What point did she say, you know what? This can't keep going on. Huh? Y'all do understand for her to text and say, I'm sorry about how I treated you. That kind of lets me know they was in the conversation that he was trying to smash once upon a time, and she like turned him down. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. And then to call a man and say, well, I'm sexually fantasizing about you. And then blame you killing him on now he pressured me into having sex. Y'all do know that somebody's going to believe her.
Now, Hackney went on to say that if you are ever a victim of sexual assault or abuse, even if it happened when you were a minor, you still need to report it. He says that taking matters into your own hand will only result in you going to prison if convicted of murder. Now, in this case, McGraw was charged with second-degree murder, but Hackney believes that based on some of the statements that she made that are in that arrest report, that prosecutors may see this as a premeditated act and upgrade her charge from second-degree murder to first-degree murder.
I think it should be first-degree murder also. It should be first-degree murder. Now listen, even if they can prove the sexual assault and all the grooming and all that fly stuff, even if they can prove that, what happened that night was first-degree. It was first-degree murder. You can't say I snapped. I didn't. No. You lured that man over there. Hell, she groomed him to come over there. She manipulated him to come over there. She coerced him to come over there. That's what she did. All on her own. Oh, and I know she's 21 and she's cute. Oh, yeah. Look at y'all. Got feelings and stuff like that. That's what's up. Let's drop it down real quick. Let's see if there was any. Let's see what's in the comment section to see the thoughts of the people. Let's see the thoughts of the people real quick. Here we go. You say would be a hell of a good Law and Order episode. You say Cassie number 2. Uh-oh. You say she planned it all out, premeditated. Say sad, wow, sounds convenient excuse for unaliving. Where's the proof? Oh, shout out to the people. Sleep with one eye open, bros. That's what's up. Shout out to you good people. You say all these years of trauma, don't be afraid to seek help. She looks like Barbara Bush granddaughter. Say sad, sounds like the ruined her life and she gave into the system. It definitely seems like a revenge murder case. However, I could see second degree despite her inviting him over there. How could you? I don't like when we talk like that. How could you see second degree despite her inviting him over there? The fact that she invited him over there is why it should be first degree. She didn't just invite him over there. She didn't just do that. She sexually motivated him to come over there. Making him think that he was going to be able to get some. Say if Kamala had a daughter, say that's that street justice. That street justice and her ass finna go to prison. As she should. Moving right along. I ain't going to be much over you. I'm so glad that you people was not sympathetic like that right there inside the comment section. That's what's up. Change is going to come. Change is gonna come sometime. I don't forgot the song, but change is gonna come sometime in the future. I don't know. Got one else for you.
Carjacking caught on camera.
I got something else for you. Remember I was starting to show off and I was saying, boy, ain't nobody coming to save y'all. Ain't nobody coming to save us. You don't believe me? Watch it here. Video shows a Connecticut pastor done mess around and got robbed by one of these. Willie, they just a kid.
Carjacking caught on camera. A Connecticut pastor says he was visiting Baltimore when he was carjacked by a teenager at gunpoint in Upper Fells Point last month. Our Tara Lynch spoke with the pastor, who says he is grateful to be alive and is now making it his mission to help young men stay on the right path.
Pastor Kenneth Moles Jr. says he was in Upper Fells Point to have dinner with friends. That's when he says a teen approached his car and ordered him to get out at gunpoint. And the pastor said he began to fight for his life.
He's placed materialism over my life. Unfortunate to him, he picked the wrong car.
Pastor Kenneth Moles Jr. was visiting Baltimore from Bridgeport, Connecticut, about to have dinner in Upper Fells Point on East Pratt Street at the end of June. That's when this video shows a teen approached his car window.
I knew something wasn't right when I went to grab and move my car. He's pulling up his ski mask, snow mask over his face, and puts the gun to the window, starts tapping, like, yo, get out the car now. We began to think, like, what is going on? Like, I'm about to get carjacked.
Moles says the suspect hit him in the head with the pistol. He says he then took matters into his own hands, trying to restrain the gunman. When he learned it was a teen, he explained he's a husband, a father, and a pastor, and wanted to let him go. That's when the teen grabbed his shoe, his gun, and took the car.
I'm more hurt that he didn't have respect for me as a pastor. After I
Boy, stop. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Giving him a chance, we were already fought. I obviously have the advantage over you, and I didn't take that chance while you were down.
Baltimore police say officers found the car just down the street on South Broadway hours later and arrested 3 teens, 15, 16, and 19 years old. Neighbors in Upper Fells call this a quiet neighborhood, surprised something like this could happen this close to home.
Did y'all see what they just did with the media? Did y'all just see what the media just had done did? They pointed out this was a quiet neighborhood, right? They showed our lighter hue brothers and sisters. Look.
And 19 years old. Neighbors in Upper Fells call this a quiet neighborhood.
Neighbors in Upper Fells, they showed lighter hue folk. They showed our lighter hue brothers and sisters right there and told y'all that this don't happen in this community. Everything is for a reason.
Neighbors in Upper Fells call this a quiet neighborhood, surprised something like this could happen this close to home.
I try to look at my car like once a day and make sure everything's okay with it. But like when I go into town and things like that, that's definitely something that's on my mind, and I hate to hear that it's right there.
Now Pastor Moles says he's taking this situation and making it his mission to make an impact on young people.
I got to get our generation of young men back to God, back to hope. We got to save our sons. Because as a community, sons go down, that's the whole community.
Reporting in Upper Fells Point, Tara Lynch, WJZ.
Here's one thing that is damn near impossible to do with these teens. For one, they was not indoctrinated with religion. You're not going to be able to do it. I'm sorry. Nope. They grew up with the internet. And like I've been trying to tell you, parents, please don't lie to your children. Please try to be honest. Please be honest with your children, because believe in me, the questions that they ask you, they will ask Google. And once they see that you keep lying and Google keeps telling them the truth, they'll just stop asking you questions. When y'all around here talking about God and what Jesus gonna do and all that fly shit, and then they Google it, and when the internet tell them that it has not been proven, I'm just trying to tell you, when the internet tell them it has not been proven, they don't believe that shit like that because they was not indoctrinated. They did not come up with the feeling of a God and a Jesus and the fear that was installed into us as children. They wasn't raised that way. So when you trying to catch them while they teenagers and shit, yeah, you talking about a God. Hold on, pimp. Yeah, I believe in God, but I don't believe in your religion and all that fly stuff right there, and all that shit that y'all saying in the Bible ain't got nothing to do with me, pimp. I'm trying to eat. Now, will it work on a few? All right, maybe, yeah. I give you one in the possible. But a large amount of them? Oh, hell no. He thought because of his position and who he said he was, he thought because of his career choice that Buddy was just going to be like, all right, man, since you're going to let me go.
He explained he's a husband, a father, and a pastor, and wanted to let him go. That's when the teen grabbed his shoe, his gun, and took the car.
Back in the days, If this would have happened with a pastor and the pastor did exactly what he did, the pastor could have got the dude to walk away. Because we was raised different. These new fools, shit, they don't believe that. They believe that you finna call the police and get me locked up.
Gunman. When he learned it was a teen, he explained he's a husband.
When he learned he was a teen, why he had the ups on him. Don't know why he ain't trying to beat the brakes off him. I don't know why he did not see, and this is my problem. He explained that he was a husband and a father. And you didn't do everything in your power to stay alive. What do you mean by that, Willie? He didn't do everything in his power to stay alive. You didn't whoop that teen. You didn't break that teen's face when you had the ups on the teen, at least to get the gun away. Because do y'all understand, after they wrestled just a little bit after this right here, Buddy was able to pick up his shoe and the gun. He did not do everything in his power to knock Buddy out. He could have been elbowing him while he was laying on right here. He could have been elbowing him, knocking his ass out. So he would at least had the opportunity to get the firearm away. He didn't do everything in his power to make it back home to his wife and children. That's what I don't like. He was banking on, well, if I tell him that I'm a husband and a father and I'm a pastor, he gonna let me slide.
A father and a pastor, and wanted to let him go. That's when the teen grabbed his shoe, his gun, and took the car.
Right there when he grabbed his shoe and his gun, the Buddy would have just turned around and popped his ass. What he would have said then. But y'all do understand, by him not getting shot, I know that the pastor is saying only God. Only God is the reason why he didn't shoot. Only God. That's the only thing could come out of that right there. Instead of, hell, maybe he's a carjacker and not a killer. Maybe now he understands, hey, I don't have to kill Buddy because now I got the car. Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's not God's intervention. Maybe it's just, I got Buddy car, I don't have to kill him. Maybe it's just that. Again, maybe he's just not a killer. He's just a carjacker that uses a gun. But it shocked him.
I'm more hurt that he didn't have respect for me as a pastor. After
you hurt that these young fools ain't got respect for pastors. What? They don't have respect for themselves. They have no respect for the police. They have no respect for the people in the community. They have no respect for the women. And y'all do know we used to have so much respect for the women back in my day. They have no respect for the children. Because if they see they ops with their children, they gonna shoot that shit up. It's nothing. You thought they had respect for pastors? Dog, they'll rob your church. They'll shoot up your church. With your kids in the church. I don't. Where have you been, Pastor? This sounds like you ain't been paying attention to the internet. Or just the things going on in Baltimore. I think that y'all just had 2 or 3 mass shootings on the weekend. But they care if you a pastor. Man, move right along. I don't even want to hold you. I'm just saying. Shout out to Simone for the $1 cash out. Say, Patricia, children don't attend your program, sir. Facts. The only time that these teens is in church is doing a funeral. That's it. Thinking about how they gonna get back at the ops. They planning while at the funeral. Hell yeah, they robbed the funeral. What about they shoot up funerals? What is he? Why is he so naive? That's really, really naive, but that's also dangerous. To be that naive is dangerous. Nothing positive comes out of that thought process. I'm here to tell you the truth. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much of you. Let me get that off my screen. Get that off my screen. We don't need to do that right there. And then these people here is nothing. Y'all, I'm going to give you one more. And then we're going to move it. We're going to keep the party going. But we're going to close out on YT. We're going to keep the party going, but we're going to close out on YT. Link is in the description. We own, I think we only on the green. Hold on. Let me. Nope. We on the green and we on the blue. We on the green and we is on the blue. Links in the description because we're about to close out on YT. Let me go ahead and give you one more and then we're going to move it on over there. Okay. We can do Little Mama right here. We can go ahead on and get Little Mama on out the way. Oh, damn it. So I'm just going to have to take the day off because I done ran out of time. But anyway, you say, Willie, his collection plate going to be full because of this story. Hell yeah. Won't he do it? Look how God saved his life. Won't he do it, though? Yo. Y'all put something in the plate, man, and if y'all put something in the plate, he can save y'all life the same way he saved my life. Yes. Humble is no longer premium. I don't have to do the premium. I got my hours up. I got 5.7 hours or something like that right there, and I had to reach 5 hours, so I guess it's supposed to allow me to get revenue or something from them. That's what's up. You say, damn it. Bam. All right, let's go ahead on and do this one right here. Remember the show 16 and Pregnant? Remember them shows? When them girls out here getting peed in and keeping the babies? You're not going to have an abortion. You remember them doggone shit? Hilarious. Hilarious. It was just a bunch of broke bitches producing children. And people got buku rich off the show. People got buku rich off the show. Off of their neglect and off of their lack of Planned Parenthood. You know what I'm saying? They gave us all of the trauma and the drama with the teenagers out here. But this beautiful sister right here. Should I grab it? Nah, I shouldn't grab it. I'll leave it alone. The 16 and Pregnant star. She was a star. She was charged with. I got to grab it. My bad. I just thought about what the story is. Just thought about what the story is. The 16 and Pregnant star is charged with involuntary manslaughter. This is a good one. Here we go.
Reality show performer is behind bars tonight, charged in the of
Purvis's 16-year-old son.
You're absolutely correct. You just asked a question. Did her child die? Facts.
His family says that was due to an illness.
I wonder, was it a xylazine illness?
Police and the DEA would not speak with us on camera. Purvis had previously been arrested on unrelated offenses, including shoplifting and charges relating to child support payments. Right now, she's charged.
Back that up. Hold on. She was arrested for child support.
Offenses, including shoplifting and charges relating to child support payments. Right now, she's charged with involuntary manslaughter.
She was arrested for things involving child support payments. So was a child support payment charge? Did that happen before the baby had done died?
Not speak with us on camera. Purvis had previously been arrested on unrelated offenses, including shoplifting and charges relating to child support payments.
Or unless she has more than one child.
Charged with involuntary manslaughter. In Rome, Christopher King, Fox 5 News.
Got to be more careful. This is what these babies do. This is what these babies do out here in these streets. Well, I can't say that this is what these babies do. This is what this sugar had done did. Xylazine and fentanyl. I guarantee y'all that they're going to put that baby in the program. She ain't going to get no time like that right there. She really, really ain't. She's going to get back out here in these streets and say, I'm sorry. And that's going to be pretty much it. That is really going to be pretty much it, because for some reason we would just not keep people behind these doggone bars. And my man, you're dealing that fentanyl, you need to be removed off earth, because y'all be cutting people dope with that, and that's not a good thing. I think people need to have natural raw dope out here in these doggone streets so they can enjoy what they trying to enjoy, you know. And y'all using damn xylazine. Mixing it. Horse tranquilizer shit. Remember, y'all, listen, it eats your skin off. Y'all gonna be little zombies out here. Moving right along, I ain't gonna eat much of you. Got to be more careful. Now, what was this? Because I just clicked on that right there. And what day was that? That was an hour ago? That was an hour ago. Hell, y'all give y'all a pat on the back. Y'all made it to the end of the Nightly News out here in these YT streets, man. Thank y'all for joining the player. I really do appreciate y'all. I am looking at something right now. I'm scrolling through it. A teen was charged with killing her mother and stepfather. Oh, we gonna talk about that. Oh, we gotta watch that video, but not on YT. We gotta do it over there. We finna go to the green and the blue. We finna keep the party going. We just not finna keep it going on YT. Y'all know I can't say it, so the links is down there in the description. So if y'all want to continue watching the show, y'all know where to go. The links is in the description. I don't know how else to say it, but the links is in the description. Thank y'all for rocking with the player. Listen, players, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show says just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your little la-la or your life is your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm is. I appreciate y'all for rocking. I hope y'all had a good time. I did. We finna continue this show, just not here on YT.